John's been preaching to us about divine health, about living longer, about resurrection life in you. It's like things that are more than what we have. And so I try to, what's he saying? How's this apply to me? And I've just been hit with all the times in the Bible where people asked for outrageous things. Outrageous things. So Elijah is like the top guy as far as the prophets and all that happens. He is just amazing. And this guy comes along behind him, and God said, okay, you're going to follow him. And so what does he do? He doesn't ask for half of what Elijah did. He says, give me double that. And God gives him double that. If you read the Bible, all the things that Elijah did, Elisha did 2 of them. It's like God just blessed him with more. I was reading about David, and it was like after he sinned with Bathsheba, who is it? Nathan comes to him, and he's talking to him. And one thing he says was God's message to David. So David goes from being shepherd boy to king. He establishes the kingdom like it's never been before, and then he blows it. And God comes and he says to him this, just blows me away. He said, if that wasn't enough that I gave you, don't you think I could have given you more? And it's like, he was like at the top. And it's like, you don't have to go out somewhere else to get it. God has more. Amen. More for us in just so many areas. It's just crazy. It's like, John's been talking about healing, but it's like in every area, that God has more. He tells the woman, who hasn't had children, he says, you're who's barren. It's like, I don't have any life in this area. I've never been good at this. And he says, hey, why don't you stretch your tent pegs out? And why don't you begin to rejoice? And why don't you begin to sing like you have more children than anybody else? It's like an attitude that heaven wants to invade earth. So I'm after John, and it's like, if God gives me more life, what am I going to do with it? Am I just going to, because I have some older folks I know that are really struggling with their older years, am I just going to have dementia longer? Is that what we're after? No, it's like we want the whole package so that God gives you more life. He gives you more opportunities, and it's like it comes with a blessing that releases a whole nother crop. He says, you be faithful with your talents, and what does he give you? Cities. He doesn't give you more talents. He gives you cities. What's it like from managing my talents to managing his cities? What's that look like? My prayer is that our imaginations would be ignited today. That what does it look like that he has if he gives me more life? How's that going to be spent? Is it just going to be more days, or is it going to be something brand new that he has to give us to fill up that time? It's so good going after healing. You know what? I might never have been good at healing. And he says, hey, eagerly desire spiritual gifts. What gift do you have? Eagerly desire more. So it's like, hey, I have a chance to pray for somebody. I've never been good at praying for people for healing, but I'm going to go for it. I'm going to eagerly desire it today. I'm going to try what I know that I'm not good at, because God, you want to pour more on us. Isn't he amazing? It's like he says, pull heaven to earth. So if he gives me more time, what's heaven look like in that time? What's it look like? So Drew, I heard Drew just got accepted to OSU. And so my prayer for you is not that you just go and learn these classes and get a degree, but what's that degree look like? There's things that have never been discovered yet. ways to do things, new things. There's new opportunities. Everything's not done. You have a chance to pull something out of heaven that's never been and release it on earth. So I just bless you in your education that you wouldn't just catch what they're teaching, but you would catch what God's teaching you as well. That you would just go and just explode with it. And that's my prayer for you guys, that in your arena, you would just explode. What's it look like, heaven on earth? You know, that we sang about laying crowns at his feet. So if I don't have any crown, then he's got something for me so that I would have a crown so I can lay it at his feet. He wants us to just be amazing. Amazing friends, amazing parents, amazing kids, amazing students, amazing cookie makers. He just wants us to be amazing. Yeah. Father, we just ask that you would release over us the more that you have. We just thank you for it. Yeah. Carrie.